Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to the Hunter Classic. So last week we did our little bit of a holiday spin for venturing to Settlers Creeks. We started the Southern Lodge, and we got to, I guess right about around here was where we took down the elk and kind of wrapped things up. So I'm going to start from the Northern Lodge this time and work my way around the other half of the map towards the Southern Lodge. So we'll see what we come across, and that should be just a nice little way to kind of like get the full tour of sorts of Settlers Creeks done. And I think all we have left then is Rougarou Bayou next week, and that'll be like all of the kind of overview reserve tours completed. The Hunter Classic, it's still probably going to keep going because it has been a series that has had a very dedicated community to those who have been interested in it. I'm probably going to be able to do a little bit of a change of hunting technique, because it came up in comments and has come up a few times in comments that the sense can be a very good tool to use. The only thing with that is generally, you're probably going to want to stay around a single spot where you've used it for quite a while, which means you don't really go about seeing a lot of the map or taking stuff in, what have you. Well, that's just female elk, I'll ignore her. So, with these overviews sort of done, now I'll probably shift gears a bit to trying the sense out, finding spots I can just sit at for a while, chat with you guys through videos, and we'll just see what happens and unfolds. So that's probably going to be a little bit different from what we've been used to, and I do have things like the e-collar I can try putting to use, and some other stuff like that. Oh, well, there's a mission completed. That's nice to see. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a change once we do have the reserve tours completed. Rougarou Bayou might be a bit of an interesting one, because I know that one's much more set up for, waterfowl hunting. Because I think there's almost majority or half of the entire animal roster on that reserve is just the waterfowl that you need to have decoys and stuff to call it in. And I still don't have... Actually, I didn't really check to see how much I have for GM. I think it's around... I don't think I'm quite at 6,000 yet. I think I'm 5,800, but stuff like that to set up can take a bit of a chunk of GM to do, so I don't know if I will set anything up yet, or I'll do the reserve tour first, see what the map kind of looks like, or take in the reserve more, and then from there I might look at making a setup of some kind. But I think, for now, again, we've got the rest of next 2 or 3 weeks kind of planned out. We'll just go along as it does, and see what comes of it. So, this week it is just going to be taking in this last half Settlers Creeks. I'm actually kind of surprised how much the map I, covered from last week going around as I did. It's not the largest of it, and, I mean, a lot of it does feel like it's just kind of the same as White Hart Island or, Loggers Point. It doesn't really feel as unique as many of the other maps do, but I guess it's sort of a good middle ground-ish. If you're still trying to get your bearings and you're not looking to go too, exotic and wild with some of the different things, say, Hirschfelden, or Hemeldal, or White Rime. This might be a little bit of, a medium of sorts, where it's, some familiar games, so you can go after some things, and train yourself to go after some more, new animals that you haven't really gone after. Say, the bobcat, the black bears, stuff like that, perhaps. But I'm just going to, again, enjoy our little stroll, see what we come across, and hopefully get a little lucky with calls or tracks along the way. And we're coming up towards the crossroads here, and then we're probably going to just take a right. I don't really see a reason to really go off for the utility poles, or the utility line. Although I think that actually continues into... Is this Loggers Point? I think so. White Hart, Loggers, Settlers. I think so, but I think the utility line actually runs right through between the two maps. Well, aside from the first elk we heard call, it's been pretty quiet getting out of the lodge grounds, really. I don't see any tracks for that around the edges of the road. I'm trying to remember what the... when you're actually in the Hunter launcher, when you do have a lodge selected, it does give you, a general, what animals are kind of around the area you're going to start at. So I'm trying to remember the list. I think it was, elk, Maybe the whitetails. I think black bear. I think it's more like the larger game was up in the northern end. Whereas the southern end was more like the hogs, the rabbits, the turkeys. Stuff like that, maybe. And we'll just keep going for a little walk and see what we can see. Doesn't hurt to look along the way, too, with binoculars as we're going along. And also just want to make sure... Yeah, I got that loaded, and got that loaded. And what do we have as our first track here? Oh, maybe... Oh, it's actually a feral hog. Trotting, though, so it's pretty good chance it's gone quite a distance off at that pace. That's basically the intermediate between walking and running. Yeah, so we'll ignore that. We'll just keep going along. I also don't know what the best time of... Nope. Mission objective done. Okay, I'm also not sure, like, if there is actually, like, a best time of day to go out at, or it's just, like, more, what do you like for your lighting condition? Oh, hello. Maybe we'll actually be following up this hog. So this is another one of its tracks, and it is, I mean, pretty far out of the cone of travel for it. Oh, it went kind of a weird path. And this leads up to... I guess this is almost like a little access road, perhaps? It's not very long, so I might even just take a little look up here, because... it's not quite like the farmlands of the southern area. Oh! Oh, and we got something else call. Oh, it's just that elk again. Yeah, not really trying going after her. Okay, so this is probably one of the more, like, staple... You know, for being one of the, like, I would assume landmarks of this area, I thought it would have had, like, one of these little markers to it, just to kind of, like, say, this is something to see. We got... Looks like these are the hog tracks still. Yeah, that's the hog. No, yeah, it's definitely out of the area from that one. It might even be possible if there's a way up to, like, the second story there, you could use this as, like, a makeshift tower or hunting structure. I just don't know what areas you'd be able to see well out of from it. It does look like, at least from our Hunter Made Here map, that once we're into this area more, there might not be as much trees and stuff to obstruct your view. So it might be possible even to want to go in and get up top and then take a look out to see what's around. I think we'll do that, because there are, looks like a few ladders in that around here. Can I actually get up and approach them to use? Yeah, you could. You could actually use this as a... Actually, looks like there are quite a few little spots you get up to and then look out from. You know, like, this makes a very good spot to be able to just get a good look out from. See, what would probably work really well would be if you were to, say, like, go to, say, the fencing that's right in the middle there, lay down a scent or something, come back here, wait up here for a while, and see what might get drawn in. I'm tempted to try that this episode, but then, again, it is also one of the ones, well, maybe we should first see most of the reserves, see what we can kind of get as, like, cursory harvests, and then when we come back for, like, more settled-in episodes, that might be good to do. Yeah, I think that might be a better option than just kind of waiting around for anything this time around. But it is interesting to see that there are these, like, places here that you could make use of if you really wanted to. I'm actually not sure what you'd use this one for, though. So you can probably go up there, can't you? Yeah. Oh, okay, well this does give you another little lookout area to see through. Oh, no, let's stand up and get down. Okay, so... yeah, again, I'm really surprised this isn't, like, marked on the map as a little spot to check out. Because you could even probably use up there to view back in the road you came from. Okay, but let's do a little bit of a jog just to get back to the main road, and then we'll continue along as we go out. And the only thing I've been hearing so far has... oh! There's another just... well, you know what? Maybe we'll get a bit lucky. I don't think they'll pick me up this far out. And I'll just try to get a good glass ahead using binoculars to see what it is up there. Because it could just be some females, but there might be a chance for a male going along with them, too. And again, sometimes hunter mate can be a little misleading for how far out they actually are. Just want to see if I can spot movement from the one that called up ahead. It sort of seemed like they are going to be going to the road to use it almost like a pathway, maybe. Because that's actually something that animals will do in real life. Nature is all about finding the path of least resistance, trying to maximize efficiency. So that's why deer trails get so easily worn down, is the animals just constantly use that one trail only, and just back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, because it's already started to be cleared. It makes me think you might even be able to create new trails they might use if you actually were to dig and make a different pathway. Well, at least in winter. I don't exactly think they'd follow a dug trail in the middle of the summer. But if there's snow or something where nothing's really been made yet, you can probably be the one to blaze their trail for them. It didn't seem like the call came from too far. I wonder if maybe my bit of running could have scared them still. That's still something I need to figure out how sensitive animals are, and like what can you kind of like get away with for trying to be fast and jog at times. For the most part, with how the Hunter Classic is much more of a realistic simulator, or realistic simulation than Call of the Wild, you gotta be very careful when you are going to do any sprinting or speed. Really? Yeah, see, nothing along there. It's been very quiet this stretch. Okay, I'm gonna stand up. I haven't, again, seen or heard anything else. Oh, I'm guessing this might be from the elk that called, though. Yeah, definitely from that. Might even be it's just been the two of them. Oh! Another mushroom. Okay, so that's a common one. That's a new trail. That's a female again. Not really looking for her. Oh, there's the elk again. See, I'm kind of leaning into this as just a group of cows. Is it cows or is it... see... Again, the terminology can always be so all over the place, but I'm guessing it's just a group of females going about. Yeah, it seems to be every track, even if it's new, is just saying it's a female. We might be able to spot them off in this distance here. But, oh! Well, you're not an elk, but you are something we could try going for. Got ourselves a little rabbit right up there. Again, it does pay just to try to take some precursor glances using your equipment. Like binoculars, rangefinder. Okay, so let's see. How close do I want to try getting for that little bunny? I'll have to be using the iron sight, so I'd want to be... at least make sure I can actually see where it is. I don't know if it would go skittering off or not. I did get pretty lucky with the first time I came across a rabbit. But I kind of feel like those... the hitboxes on those little saplings there might not be as forgiving as I'd like. I feel like I'd try shooting, but it's kind of like more of a block between them. Because there are certain bits of foliage that do act like that. Just heard something else moving around, too. Let me just keep low, try to get towards this birch tree. And then we'll sit up and see. So this is going to be pretty close in towards this rabbit here. I was kind of hoping maybe I could spot... No, that I think was a different call. Yeah. Okay, so we'll definitely plant a marker over there for where we heard that. I don't even see where that rabbit is now. I don't know if maybe... It's just around here. I wonder if maybe what I heard was actually it moving off. Ah, shoot. Yeah, one of the things, too, I think all of the... Yeah, I think that might have been the rabbit moving off that I heard. I do not see it at all now. I think it was just right at that spot there. I'll still keep the shotgun out just in case. Okay, yeah, there's the elk tracks. Yeah, shoot. I mean, there are the rabbit tracks around here. I probably should have tried to take the shot from a little further back than getting in as close as I did. If I can at least find, like, the... Oh, well... There's an opportunity. Let's not squander that one. I think that might have been the only one around here. It's hard to say, but... I'll at least go collect it and see what we got for GM for it. That is something. Oh, actually, it might not have been alone. I think that little bump... I believe that's another one out there. So we'll just get you... Ooh, poor little guy definitely got pretty badly off. Not too bad, though. 42 for just the one little guy. Mission Regicide completed. Ah, kind of a brutal name to go with a brutal prospect, huh? Okay, probably no. See, I don't want to try going for too long shots with the shotgun. I almost feel like in this case it might not hurt to do. You know what? No, I'm going to remember my time from going after the pheasants, so I'm going to try to get in a little closer. I'm fairly sure that is another rabbit right there. As soon as you get close, though, like, look at the change from, like, how everything's rendered in. Actually, I can't really see it now. Figured I'd just take a shot. I think I was still seeing it, but I don't see, like, the semicircle of red, so I don't think I actually hit it there. Oh, there is red, but it's not solid, so I don't think I actually got a hit. I probably scared the crap out of the poor thing, so it went running off. Actually, no, I got a hit. It was surprisingly a body, though. I guess if it's only like a very, very glancing blow. will they still, like, be able to run off as, like, being hit as a rabbit? But, yeah, I'm surprised I actually managed to get a hit from that. I don't know how far I'll have to go to find it, though. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, there's another trail, or track from it. And that is another rabbit? Yeah, another rabbit. Okay. Let's just try to get the one we wounded. See, I'm hoping it doesn't get too far, but I've never seen a rabbit just, like, actually be able to be wounded and keep going. It must have been a really poor clip of it. And this also raises a question to how do you exactly sneak up on a wounded rabbit? Even just trying to get close to them sometimes when they're without, like, a problem can be a bit tricky. And then it is just super thick with, like, scrub and brush here. Oh! I do want to go after you if I can. I'm going to prioritize the one I wounded first. I'll always go for those ones. Because if you let yourself get sidetracked by another, it's very, very easily that you completely lose one you've wounded. But my lord, I definitely wanted to go into an area where it would try to lose me. I'm really hoping they're going to just stumble across it and it's going to be, like, just passed, well, maybe not passed out, but it's passed on. But man, it chose to go into the thickest part of the bush it could find. Speaking of, I can't even see another track from it. Huh. Oh, there's another track, but it's not the one we're trying to follow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to circle back a bit towards that last one it left. This is where the track, or the node system can be a little troublesome at times, trying to figure it out. And I also have to be careful where I'm exactly getting into as well, because, like, this would be a maze trying to get into and out of. Okay, so the last one was just back this way. Yes, this is the last one that we picked up on here. So, it basically looks like there might be kind of... It didn't look like it went that way, so maybe I'll actually have to try going along this way here a bit to see. This is sometimes where, like, I prefer not to do tracking in a way, because you can spend so much time trying to just figure out the proper trail that an animal took. Yeah, I don't see anything this way. So maybe it went even more to the other way. Where did you get off to? I've been hearing a little bit of sound, but I think that's just been me trying to walk through all the bush and that. I don't see anything here either. Yeah, I think if I can get this guy, maybe we'll try ending the episode off there, or just spend a minute or two running back towards the road, or a road. No, I don't want to start tracking that. I just want to keep the rabbit I've got currently trying to find. Maybe I have to go really far ahead. Okay, there is a track in all this here, but it's not the one we're after. Oh, come on, pretty far out of the cone of travel, so maybe... Let's get back a little bit more into it, perhaps. Well, another track up there. Again, still not the one we were trying to keep on the tail of, though. Yeah, it seems like when you're trying to focus on one opportunity, you find all kinds of other ones, and all of a sudden appearing, too. Okay, see, there's another track, but that's, again, not solid that we're after. And another one there. I am really confused at this one. Like, we're finding all kinds of different tracks, but it really does seem like the one we are trying to go after. Not a single track around here from it. I think I'm actually going to just do a little bit of a run, try to cover ground a bit faster to figure out where I've got to start picking this up again. This is the last one we got. Okay, just another elk call. Not that I care too much about her. This is where it was last put down. And I haven't found anything else from it. Yeah, no, see, that's not. Oh? Did I? I could have sworn I've gone right past this spot. Well, at least we found the next part, but... Yeah, I could have sworn that we'd gone right up this area before. And we got... What the heck? Well, it might have been scared off, but... At least we're back on its trail. This just got super confusing. Okay, well... So it's still going around even after being wounded by this body shot. But maybe we'll have it out into a better area to, like, put it down for good. Because, like, I don't understand how it did that loop around. I could have sworn I'd been in that area. So we got these two tracks here. I don't know if these are, like... No, this is still new. Okay, so let's just keep right through here. Because hopefully, and... Okay, I do think that this is its most recent where it went to. I don't know how far off it would have gone. But it is in an area that is going to be so difficult to try to even just spot it. I think I better just keep the shotgun at the ready for this. Let's see if I can almost see like any movement going this way. This is the most recent of where it's been. I'm still very surprised that it's been able to like just keep going with the body shot. Really just makes me have to stop and be super certain about the shot before I take it. Because otherwise you get into a mess like this. Okay, the tracks. Now see, this is almost just like what I was just like got lost on. I don't see any others around here. I heard something go off. Might have even been that rabbit again. Oh, no, there's a... Oh, there, elk literally right here. I'm not even looking for you, though. I'm looking for a rabbit. Not the brightest thing, are you? I don't know if that would scare the rabbit off or not. I'm not going to spend too much longer on this. It is just a little rabbit, but it's kind of where the track system, again, has some flaws in it. Because you can literally have a node drop down, and then there's, like, nothing around it, or unless you're at, like, some specific angle sometimes. The tracking system can be weird with a few parts here or there. Like, trying to get back to where the last track was put down. Like, it was left right here. And going the direction it looked like it was telling us it was going did not seem to do it. So maybe I have to... Maybe it went more into the field? I do not know. This is where I wish there would be a little bit of, like, a safer... Like, a safe check in a way. Like, if the animal's turning so much of an angle out of the intended path, or that, you kind of get more tracks left by it. It's like, again, this is just bizarre to come across. I don't know, maybe it went through the hill and that's why I can't find tracks? Yeah, like, I can see that one from all the way over here, but I cannot see another from what I'm actually trying to go after. this is where it gets really weird. I was going to try to follow up with this one and actually get it, but I don't know what's happened. Not a single track seems to be put down again. There's been nothing going around. Yeah, this... I still hold the tracking system needs some more improvement and refining. I do think there has to be... There's got to be some better means of doing it than how this kind of operates at times. It's like, I see nothing. And like, I'm not expecting to see anything now. I'm just going to try to get through the road and continue on for next episode, but... Yeah, if you guys feel like you have trouble trying to track at times in the Hunter Classic, you're not alone. Sometimes it is just as if the game forgets to put down a track for an animal. But thank you guys for joining me on this half of the weekend for the Hunter Classic. If you did enjoy the video with the bit of hunting that was in there, I admit this one I got ran around like nuts by these rabbits. Be sure to give the video a like if you did like it. And until I do see you in the next video, survivors and hunters, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.